Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to MRL here at Richmond. We are in for a treat tonight. My name is Xander Zidell, and I'm joined by league owner, the Private Patton. We are in for, like I said, a treat. Absolute wonderful racetrack, in my opinion. Richmond Raceway is a tough, kind of flat, but not too flat, short track that is due for some bump and runs and due for some hard, clean racing. So, like I said before, joined in the chat. And for the entire race, he's going to be the play-by-play guy, Patton. How you doing, sir?
I am doing all right, Xander. How are you? Thank you so much for always doing the lead-ins, by the way. In case anyone is actually curious, this is when I do the social media stuff, post on Twitter, post the stream link in the Discord and all that. So it's always much appreciated when you kind of lead us in order to not there to be a dead silence. Let's just say it like that. But yeah, Richmond though is going to be a definite track that is going to be a challenge for some. Let's just say it like that. Richmond is a brand new racetrack to the MRL season. Not a whole lot of people have too much experience on Richmond because it is technically one of the harder tracks, short tracks at least, in this game. Of course, Martinsville probably is one of the most challenging of the short tracks here. But honestly, Richmond is, as long as you get the rhythm down, it should be pretty nice. So the biggest thing that needs to be pointed out for certain is probably the exit of two and the exit of four. Now, Xander, fill me in here. Of course, from the outside perspective, meaning, I guess, the actual racer perspective, this is a 200 lapper with no cautions, or sorry, no stages, and no guaranteed cautions. Basically, there's no guaranteed yellows in order to like get your setup in. You basically have to pick the right preset to basically have a balance of short run and long run speed.
Yeah, Richmond is such a difficult racetrack, especially when you throw the wrench in with no brakes or stage cautions. So I find myself wanting to take a lower preset, but wanting to have a higher preset as well. So definitely a challenge for sure.
Personally, for me, I am a big advocate of the slider four. Of okay, if you don't really know what to pick, you pick slider four, and then absolutely that's why people practice. So you basically you start with slider four if you don't quite know what to use, and then you just adjust up or down depending on if it's too tight or too loose. For me personally, I prefer to be on the tighter side here because turn two and turn four, we're going to see a lot of people try to get well wicked loose when it comes to um, this race. It's going to be a big one when it comes to being side by side. People will get loose. It's a short track. There will be contact, but the biggest thing here is if in terms of everyone just goes clean and green. I mean, we were on a roll of no cautions. Of course, Sunday not having a single caution so far this season, and that will be a huge thing for the points. And speaking of the points, we have a well, a bit of a conundrum here. Of course, this was announced last week. Mayo, our points leader, was not going to be racing at least for the foreseeable future. That's just because of school. That means, Xander, by extension, you are going to get the point lead. And then, of course, it looks like right now, UK is not in the lobby, which is a big thing because that is P2 in the standings, which would then give T-Bird P2 in the standings. So that is a huge, huge development right there. Really, no comment on that. Okay, cool.
I mean,
Um,
what else am I supposed to say about it? I mean, you kind of explained it a little bit. I mean, it's obviously unfortunate that these guys are not racing, but this is obviously a hobby at the end of the day, like you said.
of course, life does get in the way. And speaking of getting in the way, I don't want to hold these guys up for too much longer. So, all right,
I'm enjoying
timer's
it
about
now.
to. That voice you probably heard in there is a Rockstar. He's going to be in the race as well. Of course, he's going to be in the well, I guess the lower division for next season, technically racing on a part-time schedule. But yeah, definitely. So two in-race reporters technically. We'll have to see how and what strategy is going to come out the best. I know BS14 cars put in the most practice, putting in basically two full race distances. And for qualifying alone, he put in 100 laps worth of practice. And I know in his actual practice, he did basically a full race distance. So it's going to be insane to see the practice in order to get everyone to be, I mean, either here or there. But yeah, like I said, the points are definitely going to be shaken up here, especially if some of the midfield can get some good finishes. Looking at Cyber, who has finished 12th, last in the few races that we've run this season. Of course, that is our season 0 champ. But the midfield, the battle for P8 in the standings, technically even maybe even P6, is really close between Jordan Jalja, who is another person who's not going to show up. BS14 cars 4 points back, and then Geo, BD, Liam, all within 12 points of each other. So I am going to join right now. And there we go. So, of course, the qualifying order, Xander is going to be on pole in this 17-person race. It is going to be a, like I said, a 200-lap race here. And I definitely am looking to see who is going to make the most of the short run and long run speed. Of course, it's a very difficult track when it comes to the grand scheme of things here. But it looks like Xander, by just choosing the bottom, I feel like you'd be pretty foolish in order to choose the top, honestly. Cyber, though, is going to be P2. BS is going to be P3 with the 99 of B right going to be P. No, he's not actually going to be P4. That is not that position for his to take. So we'll have to see on that. But definitely as the entire top side going to be shaken on up here. We're going to have to see how that's going to work here. Of course, we're going to do 2 laps here. That was one of the things stated in the previous note. So we're going to do another pace lap, which is basically just 2 free laps right there. And of course, basically at this point, if you're not in your qualifying position, that is a little interesting. But yeah, with that though, looks like T-Bird is also another person that's not going to show up. Dang, Xander, where's your competition? Everyone around you is... everyone around you in points is not here tonight.
Unfortunate.
Wow,
well, for them, not for me.
As you say through a smiling, I was like, oh wow, that's so unfortunate. T-Bird, very surprisingly, like I said, down in the position of well, P10. So that's right. Okay, my bad. I forgot that Brandon actually posted a lap. So with that, T-Bird is in the qualifying position. So is Brandon. We are green here, and Liam already off to a great start with huge lag going into turn 1. T-Bird going to try to avoid that. So the 96 of Liam, as we see a big shoot into turn 1, a little bit sideways between everyone right there. Everyone has a great view of this going into turn 3. Oh, and the 00 gets shunted up the hill. The 10 of Justin Checkett is well going to be 3 wide, and the 00 Punty is going to be on the outside, but will get and retain his spot. Everyone looking for a little bit of ground here in this opening stint of the race. Definitely trying to avoid the 96 of Liam, as he is a little bit laggy right now. But yeah, definitely the 7 of BD Deadman actually following close behind the sponsor list, 42 of Geo. He is giving a little bumper right there. It is lap 4, my guy, already giving the bumper away. But yeah, 99 solidly in P3 right now, as looks like the 24, maybe cooked it a little bit going into turn 3 right there, but resulting in P4. So that means one person that had a major malfunction right there was actually the trying to find him right now so I can actually show you guys as well. The 42 actually of MH, my bad. He was actually had a great view of that. But yeah, it was that 43 right there of Geo, my bad, that I was looking at. That had a huge malfunction on that start, losing a couple of positions as the race is beginning. My bad. The 42 is what Geo races on Tuesday, so I was getting those two confused. So I apologize about that, everyone watching. But yeah, it looks like everyone's going single file right now. And actually, as people are starting to go single file, looks like the top side's starting to come in a little bit. People are trying to experiment with entering high and then kind of diving into the corner a little bit. Now, Xander, I'm going to... Ooh, the 47 gets a huge push from Liam lag right there. And that will be incident number 1. So, yep, that. Xander, I'm going to turn off to you for a hot second. Looks like actually you lost a spot right there. How is your car feeling in these beginning few laps?
It's a little tight, but I know that I'm going to be better than Cyber on the longer run from just the beginning stages, so just being patient.
Of course. Now, Cyber, actually, as we talk about him for a hot second, like I said in the pre-race, that he has finished 12th at Michigan, last at Gateway, and then last at Canadian Tire. I'm sure if he watches back these races, he is not going to be liking me talking about him like that. But the season's year champion, looking for a good race here. His internet has not been on his side. And Richmond has arguably been his best track all around. So we'll have to see if he can actually get it done tonight, or at least finish on the podium, or at least finish the race. So with that, Cyber getting his first few laps led of the season, and it looks like actually behind, though, everyone's really starting to spread on out. People, not really a whole lot of passing is going on per se, but a lot of patience between the cars here in the field. A lot of give and take, actually. And that's one thing that I like especially with the looking at those in the mid-pack. So, like, basically from, like, the 47 of Bass as he's trying to move forward. Definitely one of those things that we like to see here especially is the give and take of the flow of a short track here. The 47 already getting loose off 2, so I know that's only going to get worse as the run goes on. And, of course, with no guaranteed stage breaks, pitting's up to you, essentially. Basically, you decide when you want to pit. And the 19 avoids another Liam spike, but he holds on to it, getting really loose in the process. But yeah, definitely a lot of people already starting to get loose. And a lot of people already trying to circumvent that a little bit. Xander, actually, if you could offer us a little insight on what lap it is.
It's lap 15. So it's
lap
still
15.
a long ways to go.
Of course, and this is a predicted 3-stopper, correct?
Yes, so you should be able to go about 50. Cyber hit the wall a little bit. You should be able to go 50, 55. So you'll see some people pit around that area. So unless you can't make it on tire, which I haven't really gone a full field run yet in practice. So kind of newer to me what the end process will be.
Well, I will have to say this, and I guess people will, anyone watching this will be able to see. The Cup cars don't really have to worry about tire wear that much. Of course, weirdly enough, how in this game compared to like Xfinity and trucks, the Cup cars have a more balanced tire wear at the cost of handling. These things are loose when it comes to how they handle, which is very opposite of how it is in real life. At the same time, the Xfinity cars have better handling, but are wildly inconsistent in terms of tire wear. If there's going to be a pit for tires in this few weeks or few races, it's going to be for the Xfinity series. So we'll have to see on this. You guys arguably should not have to pit for tires, but we'll definitely have to pit for fuel. So I guess with that, Xander, thank you for filling me in. Lap 50, 100, and 150 is basically what we're going to be expecting the pit windows to look like here. 3-stopper of a race. Very clean, honestly. No real strategy about it. You can't really cut an entire pit stop out of it unless there is a timely yellow. But it looks like the top two are starting to pull away. And actually, weirdly enough, I'm seeing the 42 start to make up some places here. 42 of MH starting in behind everyone that posted a lap, and definitely making some waves here in the beginning portion of this run. Ooh, as the 10 hits the wall a little bit in the back of the pack right there. Nothing of his own doing, just looks like hit that little bump off turn 2 and just kind of shot him into the wall. Gotta love the physics. But yeah, the 42 of MH starting to make his way up into well, P4 right now, getting past the 24 BS14 cars, and actually lurking behind him is actually the 8 of T-Bird. So the T-Bird already passing the 7 of BD Deadman, trying to move up into the top 5. We'll have to see and keep a keen eye on that, though. Everyone, though, looks like getting into a rhythm right now. I would have to say from with the leaders about to cross the start-finish line now, the about half a track distance between first and P17 right now. There is 17 cars out on track. Of course, all of them are points paying because in this for fun season, essentially the shootout season, everyone can run for points here in the Saturday Cup Series. That will change though next week at well, not next week, next season for season 1 proper. But it looks like the short run cars are starting to fade and the long run cars are starting to come in. The 24 basically allowing the 8 to go by, a little bit of contact being made, but nothing too difficult there as the 8 goes for a huge ride down the backstretch. I'm sure the 24 is probably going to need a new fire suit right there because that 8 was back and forth. It looked like he was about to signal going on down the backstretch. He is that loose right now. But yeah, it looks like the comers and goers are really starting to make their presence known. The 47 and 19 are starting to make their way forward. The 43 is starting to fall back a little bit. The double zeros are starting to work his way forward. Of course, the double zero of Hunty, last week's winner, definitely getting his season starting to being righted. He actually made the power rankings for this week, and we'll have to see how that goes here at Richmond. Of course, a race full of unknowns. We have not been here in the Cup Series before, so definitely looking to see what these guys can do. But yeah, that's really a nice looking paint scheme from the 99 of B right there. Unfortunately, he is looking a little all over the place, a little bit loose for him in that number 99 machine. But as we see, the 12 of Baseball Kid is already out of this race, so he is our first DNF. And actually, Baseball Kid, very unfortunate, is not quite, looking to have a very good run. So not quite in the standing that he would want to be in. So definitely looking to see when his season can get started here, because unfortunately it's not going to be tonight. The 18 of Kalen, though, actually is very surprising. In another league, actually, the 18 of Kalen was dominant at Richmond. And weirdly enough here, he's actually in P14 right now. So it's really weird how the parity of leagues can bring people together. So yeah, with that, looks like Baseball Kid joining the chat right now, saying he's at his cousin's house. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. So I guess something maybe akin to Frosty, if you guys recall. Frosty at Vegas basically had his wife sign in to the PSN under his name, and because of that, got kicked out of it in the race. So we'll have to see if Baseball Kid can get his season started. Maybe next week at Phoenix. But the battle for P3 is on. Oh my goodness me. The 99 of Brandon, I feel like is now a cork in the bottle right now, because the 8 of T-Bird has made his way around the 42 and is now setting his sights on the 99. Let's actually go on board with that, because he is starting to make his way forward. The 7 now going to look below MH, but on top of T-Bird, so he sends it in a little bit high, a little bit scraping the wall, a little bit, and the 7 is now there to start making his way forward yet again, but a little bit of bumper to the back of the 7, and with that, the 8 is now turned loose, and that battle continues on. The 47 is now going to join the fray in that hot pink 47 Energizer machine, Kroger Energizer machine. We'll have to see if Baswa can make a name up here for his battle for P3. Of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars, all separated by less than a second right now, and that is probably something that, I mean, if this was Bristol, would be a recipe for disaster. Looks like the 88 of Cyber must have hit the wall. I mean, Xander, if you could enlighten us on what happened there.
So coming off turn 4, he got tight, hit the wall, and I tried to turn underneath him, and me and him made some contact and spun him around. I'm not sure really what happened there.
Well, unfortunately,
I don't know if that was the fact that caused him to spin out or not. So hopefully, I mean, he's still in second, 5 seconds back, and that hurts him a ton. So it sucks. I apologize to him if that was the reason why that happened.
So okay, so I guess so it's coming off of 4. Like, was he on top of you or behind?
He was right in front of me, so I'm like 0.2 seconds behind him. I'm right behind him, and he hits the wall. I could tell he's sliding up. So when he slided up, I'm trying to get underneath him, and he hit the wall, came down, I guess, and I made contact with him. I didn't give him enough room.
This sounds like a racing incident right now. Well, he looks loose right now, so definitely those tires are not agreeing with him. So I would just say that's just a racing incident. No really harm, no foul, honestly. Happens all the time, and especially at a track like this where basically you're always turning, whether it be in the actual turns as, oh my goodness, that was 3 wide back there. I saw the 19 of Nathan, Agent Orange try to throw it on down, BS on the top side, and the 42 of MH in the middle. They somehow made it work, and they are now going and trying to close in on P6. But yeah, definitely, that kind of, I'm sure, made MH a little bit scared right now. Currently, the 88, though, is pulling away, so he is basically trying to get back into his rhythm right now. And with that, not a great start to, I guess, the 88's will return to victory lane, but we'll have to see. It's still, the race is still young. Not even a quarter of the way through this race yet, so we'll have to see. In fact, actually, for this race, I'm assuming, if I'm counting my laps correctly, we are on, like, lap 38 right now?
41. Very close.
Very, very close. Oh, my goodness! A little bit of tapping of fenders right there. It looked like the 8 was trying to clear. The 7 not quite was clear, honestly, and that kind of slapped him up into the wall, giving the position to the 47 right there. But it looks like the 99 is really, really loose, and the 47 is trying to make it on pass, but he overcooks turn 1, and he's going to have a major advantage going into the backstretch. The 7 looks low, and I can tell the 7's probably going to try to get this position here off of turn 4, go slow and fast out, and he's going to be there, but the 47 blocks, and 99 is going to have to be looking for that lap 50 mark to get closer and closer, because he is really feeling the pressure on those tires. The 61 staying out of the way. Looks like the 99 of Brandon actually bouncing off the apron right there. And unfortunately, the 47 was there. Because of that, the 7 is going to try to get on low, but the 47 is going to run basically the real life line of diamonding the corner. Interesting line choice all around. But let's see how that is going to shake on out. A little bit of contact between teammates right there. And we'll have to see as these two continue to battle. Oh my goodness, this is for P4, ladies and gentlemen. That 61 going to be staying out of the way, so very kind of him. The 19 of Nathan going to try to move forward. And the 61 staying out of the way. Oh, thank you. Oh, but the 19! The 19 must have got major loose, and that's going to allow basically everyone to get choked on up. The 42 rams the 00. It's on old tires, and it's all to play for right now. Patience is starting to run thin for some of these guys, so definitely I'm sure these guys are looking to come on down pit road quick, fast, and in a hurry. Xander, actually, could you offer me a little bit of insight? What are your tires at right now?
My rights are at 29 and 22.
Yeah, like I said, so definitely tires are not going to be the big thing here going into when pit stops occur, because I can only assume you probably have about 10 laps more fuel?
15.
Oh, actually, so, I mean, I guess kinda. So I guess technically you're pitting before, for tires before fuel, but really, I mean, I don't see
at the same time you save fuel here. So when you run, obviously you're gonna have more fuel in the tank. So you get about 55 on a tank, and I'll be able to go to about 62. So yeah, I'm gonna try and go as long as possible before blowing a tire.
Yeah. We'll have to see if that is going to be a big factor. The 99 of Brandon not having a very good run. He is not agreeing with those worn tires right now. I would assume he's going to make that hard left turn onto pit road sooner rather than later, because right now he just lost literally 4 spots and 1 lap right there. The 42 trying to hold it steady. The 19 of Nathan running on the outside. And that's 2 more spots he's going to lose. Yeah, I can expect that these guys are going to be making that hard left. And yeah, here he goes. 99 is going to try. Oh, no, actually, that was not the single. He just got that loose coming off of turn 2. But yeah, definitely these guys are going to have to be on the lookout for people coming on down pit lane sooner rather than later, because it's coming up on that time for green flag pit stops. And of course, don't speed. Richmond is a short track. You speed, basically you're losing almost an entire lap. So we'll have to see how that's going to roll here. The 19 of Nathan, actually, let's go on board with that. The 19 of Nathan and the 99 of Brandon are actually going to be making that hard left turn. So green flag stops are starting right now. Looks like no one else is making that hard left turn. Everyone else is pretty single file right now. Everyone's trying to make their way forward. Currently, those are the only 2 on pit lane, wanting to pit sooner rather than later and try to get the undercut. Now, Xander, of course, with you saving people, technically, they're still in the window to pit. But that means they're going to be giving up the short run rather than the long run. The 42 got major loose going on to trying to get onto the pits right there. The 61 almost making contact with them, but didn't. 42 now going on pit lane. The 78 of Rockstar also there. So yeah, we'll have to see how this shakes on out, because looks like the 99 of Brandon is now coming off of pit lane. The 00 has to realize that he is on fresh tires and he's just going to scoot away. So with that, the 00 is basically just going to be running and trying to block the 47, but the 24 is now going to be passed by the 99 right here as we're on board with the 7, and that is the difference of short of the shortstop versus the long runs right there. I don't. Oh, it actually looks like the 19 of Nathan actually garnered a big advantage. Actually, he is down and away by about a second on the 99 right here. So yeah, as more and more people are coming down pit lane, the 42 is now coming off. The 43 and the 10 are on down on pit lane right now, but the 24, the 00, you, Xander, are still out on track right now. Rockstar, just a warning right there to not abuse blend line. Do not exit the pit lane before beginning of turn 2. Next time it will be a drive-through. Thank you.
Alright, what are the caution rules? Just curious.
In-game cautions.
Oh, okay, just in-game? Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, with that, Xander, you just came down and away right now, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, where are you in position-wise? Are you still the leader or no?
I'm currently 8th right now. The leader's BS.
Now, of course, that is the practice that he wanted to... Oh, my goodness, I think he just hit... No, okay, it looks like he must have just got loose and hit the inside wall. But he did make pit road. Looks like everyone is trying to make it steady. The 61... don't go backwards there, bud, because that is going to be a surefire way to get you black flagged right there. There we go. He is, 61's going to be righted. So who is the leader right now, then?
Hunty now is.
Hunty, looks like everyone besides him is going to be out and on pit lane right now. Hunty, where are you, my guy? The 24 goes away. There he goes. Hunty is exiting turn 4 right now, and he's going another lap, so he's deciding to go long. Alright, so with that, the 00 actually is still going to be the leader. He's going to still come on, not pit this time. He will, and very interestingly enough, he's going to go long on this. Now, I wonder, there's no way to save an entire pit stop of fuel. I wonder if he's going to try to take 2 tires on the very last stop, as he is signaling to come on down pit lane this time. With that, 00, yep, everyone else has to give space, but because of this, he is going to be really the only one to go this long, and that's going to lose him a ton of time on the short run. So,
actually, Kalen also did the same thing. He just pitted a lap earlier.
Ooh, so Kalen in the 18, so we'll have to keep an eye out for those two. I wonder if the strategy call for those guys are going to be try to take 2 tires on the final stop, if should this race go green. Of course, that is a big question mark in some of these guys' plans, but we'll have to see. But it looks like as the 99 was able to short pit everyone, same thing with the 19. The 19 and the 99 currently sitting P4 and P5 as we exit on out with all this. So he's going to be P4, P5. Fastbuck's going to be P6. P7 is going to belong to BS, but he's going to be under fire from the BD, so that's going to be P7 and P8. MH P9, but Hunty coming out there in P10. Every race is literally a fuel mileage race. Says Mayo, who is watching right now, but not racing. Interesting. So with that, Mayo, welcome to the other side of things here. Hopefully you are enjoying the racing, my guy. I'm sorry that you are now not out on track, because this is a great race. But yeah, every race is a fuel mileage race. I guess, yeah, if you believe hard enough. Yeah, interesting enough. Looks like the 18 of Kalen, unfortunately, does not have the track position that he would want. He is a lap down right now, if I'm counting my cars correctly. Xander, where are you at on track right now?
I'm going into turn 3.
All right, and okay, I see you right there. You're up there. So yeah, with that, Cyber in P2 is well, just coming off of turn 2. So basically, that's an entire backstretch distance between P1 and P2. Flexing those muscles. Of course, Xander, I'm sure you don't want to hear this. You are looking for your first win this season. So definitely hoping to get it done tonight. Looking strong right now, I'll say that, as you are now starting to lap into the top 10 with MH right there.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's actually just how much that by battling, the time that you can lose, actually. You can see the 00 Hunty, who is on that shortstop strategy, is just a little bit in front of you, but he has so much traffic in order to deal with that, I mean, he's honestly just kind of being held up, honestly. You can see that with how quickly he got past the 42 and then the 24. The 7 is now the next one to go on down, but in order to use those fresh tires, he needs clean track, and that's what the 88's finding, that's what the 8 is finding, and behind him is going to be the 19 of Nathan, was actually going on board with him. Actually, yeah, there he is. So that is going to be, actually, that the 19 of Nathan is going to be in, wait, where is...
Nathan's P4.
Yeah, P4. Okay, I was about to say, like there's 2 black and white cars in front and behind. I was really confused on if he was in P3 or P4. So I was just making sure on that. So yeah, with that, there he is right there. But unfortunately, the 99 of Brandon, who is on the same strategy as the 19 of Nathan, let's go on board with him right now, is now being swallowed up by that pack that pit a little bit later. And actually, you can see that the one of Xander is now starting to lap these guys. So definitely, the more that this race goes green, the more that the long-run Pacers are really starting to make their way known. Right now, currently the top 5 being cap-ended by the 47 of Bassbuck. So we'll have to see, or actually, yeah, the 47 of Bassbuck, but the 00 of Hunty trying to make his way forward as he's, a little bit of contact between him and a 99 right there. Being a little bit assertive is the 00 of Hunty, but he knows that he has to get this spot done quick, fast, and in a hurry. And with that, coming into turn 1, a little bit of contact being made. Going into turn 1, the 99 is going to send it, but the 00 is going to have the superior traction coming off of 2, and that should be spot done, and it is. So that is P6 for Hunty, P7 Brandon, P8 belonging to BS, P9 belonging to BD. So, with that though, what lap actually are we on? We have to be coming up on halfway here soon.
79.
79, actually. That is very surprising. Let's actually kind of get a recap of everyone outside the top 10. So, wonderful view. So, outside the top 10. So, top 10 is cap-ended by the MH right there. Behind him is going to be the 10 of Justin Shackett. So let's go on board with him. So that is P11. So Justin Shackett, P11. Looks like P12. Oh, the 47! The 47 of Bass is around! What happened to him? Oh my goodness, no! That is the Bass luck that you hate to see. Something seems to always happen to Bass when he has the strategy or the speed, and that is going to bring him all the way back to outside the top 10. A little bit of contact between the 96 and the 00 right there. I don't know what that was about. But I wonder if that was something that must have happened earlier in the race. Yeah, the 96 getting on past the 00 right there. And yeah, that is really unfortunate for this 47 of Bass. The 24 making his way past the 99 right there. Oh, all in front of the leader too. That is probably not a sight you want to see, Xander.
Yeah, considering that the last person I lapped MH, I don't know what happened to MH. I guess I hit him and he must have hit the apron or something, but he slowed me up by about a couple seconds. So I don't know what happened, if I'd caused that or not, but yeah.
Oh, we're going to be 3 wide here into turn 1. The 00 going to be holding it on the middle, but then the BD actually, very heads-up driving from him, backs it on off in order to just be like, you know what, I don't want to go in 3 wide, I will just go in 2 wide. And because of that, we'll maintain his spot, but then also clear the 96 in so doing that. But yeah, looks like as I was talking about it, you're being blocked. Oh God, the Talladega block in order to maintain the lead lap status. Of course, that is their prerogative in order to maintain the lead lap. Yeah, definitely. They're going to be racing you a lot harder than they're going to be racing the 88 of Cyber when he gets up to him. Which, as I'm saying that, he was coming off of turn 4 as you were entering turn 1. So definitely time is of the essence, I will say, as we are on board with the 8 T-Bird. But I should probably complete my thought on the finality of the everyone outside the top 10. So Justin Shackett, P11, Kalen, P12, 47 of Bassbuck, P13, Geo, P14. Looks like P15 is going to belong to Keith. P16 is going to belong to Rockstar, as he is parked right there on that front stretch. And 17th, and the final racer is Baseball Kid, who DNF'd out of this race. So yeah, Liam is also in P...
I'm very scared right now.
Yeah.
And he's blocking me too, so it's not good. And that just happened behind me.
Well, definitely. We'll have to see how that goes. I think that may have been like a big checkup when it comes because of Liam lag or something like that.
No, that was definitely not that.
Oh, well, we'll definitely have to
I watched the flap before.
We'll definitely have to take a look at that then. But no caution because of it. So we'll have to see how that's going to roll. That gives the position to MH. And now, because, like I said, 99 of Brandon out being the cap end of, or I guess P9 right now. And Cyber's coming right now. He is starting to make his headway, and the long runs definitely seem to suit his race right now. Of course, behind him, he already lapped the 10 of Justin Shack and the 18 of Kalen. And currently, where he's at right now, T-Bird is not even visible to where he is. So that is just the distance between second and third right now. But with that, right now everyone is basically just kind of riding right now, especially the 8 of T-Bird. Just very lonely race right now. Everyone else around him is actually a lap down. His nearest competition is the 19 of Nathan, who we're on board with right here, lapping his team owner of the 43 of Geo, who is not having the greatest of races. But again, you can kind of take this track knowledge into his main series, quote-unquote, in the Monday Night Lights. So let's see how that is going to get translated. But yeah, 19 of Nathan also having a very quiet race, I will say. If we look to 42, a little bit of contact with the wall. Kind of puts the 88 a little out of sorts, but nothing too crazy. That's going to be a lap right there. The 96 going and spins on around, and that's going to be a little bit of contact. The 42 is going to be around, and that's probably going to bring out a yellow.
It did indeed.
So the 96 got way loose, and then... So, with that, though, looks like everyone's going to be stacked up again. A lot of people, I'm sure, have to be pitting right here. You can't really take the wave around here. So with that, the 00 actually probably the biggest lucky dog on all of that, because he is going to maintain his lead lap status after being in danger of going a lap down right there. Looks like Cyber's going to be the biggest loser out of all that, and will actually lose a spot. Nathan's going to be retained P4, and it looks like the lucky dog is going to be the 24 of BS, so he's going to be back behind everyone right here. And with that, everyone is going to be filing on in right here, especially as we go into turn 1. And now it's going to be basically for anyone that is behind the 7. It's a battle for the lucky dog right now. The 24 of BS is poor position, so let's keep that in mind. The 00 also in the lead lap, but definitely looks like he's going to get swallowed up by traffic as a 99 bounces off the apron. They're going to be 3 wide coming off of turn 2, 4 wide, 5 wide. Oh my goodness, someone has to back out of it. You can't go 4 wide into turn 3, my guy. Oh my goodness. Jesus. With that, you can see that the battle for the lead, to get on the lead lap is of the essence. The 00 probably did not want to see that, and he is not having a good run right now as he dropped to the rear of this pack right here. With that, though, Xander, what that actually did was bring the 88 right to you, so we'll definitely have to see how that goes. But yeah, after that caution, could I have a lap update, please?
Yeah, it is lap 101.
Oh, so halfway right now, so I guess now's a great time actually to do a halfway break right now. So in this halfway break, you guys just saw that was the first caution of this race, so far so good. With that though, the 42, I have to take that a little bit short because it's major racing back here. People are starting to, patients are starting to run thin. And with that, okay, now let's get into the halfway break. Xander basically has led them all, apart from Cyber. The only other leaders after that has been the 00 Hunty. So really only 3 lap leaders so far. With that, the 8 of T-Bird is in P3. The Lucky Dog currently belongs to the 99 of Brandon right there. The 7 and the 19 of Nathan are on the lead lap. The 47 is also a lap down. So basically it goes lead lap, lead lap, lead lap, lap down, lead lap, lap down. So that's going to get confusing a little bit as the run goes on. But essentially there are 6, count them, 6 drivers on the lead lap. Everyone else behind is a lap down or more. So with that, as the run goes on, there is basically positions from 14 on up for grabs because, or 15 on, I guess I should say, because Rockstar is that 78 car parked on the backstretch right there. He is multiple laps down. Other than that, Keith is also multiple laps down, but he is also running, so he's in P15. Apart from that, everyone else is 1 lap down, so they're all racing for that lucky dog, and that's why the 00 was racing so hard. The 42 also. 24 here is the last car on the lead lap in P6, so let's see how that is going to roll here. Yeah, definitely as we shift our attention back up to the lead, yeah, like I said, Xander, you have a little bit of company.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of works out because Cyber had that issue happen, so... yeah, he deserves to be up here as a fast car, but I mean, if not, me and him were either, you know, equal, or one of us would be slightly a little bit better. So, and his caution.
Yeah, I saw what happened. I guess the aftermath of it, but I don't know what caused it because I was on board listening to you. I just saw spinning cars on the backstretch, or on going into turn 3. So not quite sure if someone just kind of clipped the apron and kind of just went back up, if they're side by side, but. Yeah, that is definitely going to be good news, I guess, for Brandon. Am I correct in saying that?
Kalen's actually the lucky dog.
Kalen, the 18, is going to be on the lucky dog. So, yeah, there he is right there. So, I wonder what happened and what happened to bring out that yellow. Again, I was on board with you, so I didn't quite see it. But, yeah, the 18 of Kalen going to be back in the lead lap. That's going to be for P7. Good news for BS, who gets to come back up to the front right there. Interesting strategy from the 19, though. We'll have to see how that's going to shake on out, as we're going to have a lovely shot, camera shot from this front to back cam. Some did not actually pit right there, so there's going to be a handful that are actually a lap down. The 47 of Bass straight up dumped the 43 and the 18 going into turn 1. Not sure what happened there, but that is definitely something that's going to have to be looked at. Yeah, we're definitely have to look at that because that was pretty suspicious right there. But as tempers are starting to fly, this is exactly what I was fearful of. So the more cautions come on out, definitely is not going to suit that whole patience strategy. So we'll have to see how this is going to roll here as we are closing in on the third, or the 75% completion of this race. Basically, those that stayed on out and took the wave around are the biggest gainers out of all that. We'll have to see how this is going to shake on out. As we go into turn 1 again, we're going to have to see from the front to back cam of Xander, see if there's anyone that's not going to break for turn 1. Looks like everyone does, so that's, I guess, a blessing right there. With that, though, everyone starts to get really cautious and turn heavy going into turn 3 right there. 43 of Geo really checking up and trying to avoid contact with anyone else. 24 of BS being on the top right there, but it looks like the 43 kind of locked it up, and a little bit of contact is being made with the outside, and we'll have to see how this is going to shake on out with everyone in going into turn 3 right there. A lot of moves being just taken, and with that, going on through the front stretch right here, the 00 of Hunty being a big ping pong right here. That is not what you want to see. The 99 of Brandon goes into the outside and actually clips the 96 and shoves the 10 up the track. With that, though, it's going to be 3 wide here going into turn 1. With that, someone has to back out early, and with that, the 10, a little bit of contact being made. Actually, we're going to be on board with this for a little bit. Because this actually has the best view in the house. 96 of Liam going up the track a little bit, but still going to be holding the outside. Everyone in front, though, trying with all their might to get up to the front. The 96 bumper to the back of the 10 a little bit, but doesn't upset the 10 nearly as much as you would think. So I'm sure on his camera shot, it was not as grave as the 24 runs the apron going into turn 3, and that is not going to be great as the 10 now goes into going onto the bottom, and because of that, we'll actually take the spot. Oh, actually, I say that the 24 comes on back up on the 10, and so with that, the 10 is going to hold his line down there. Excellent job, and we'll get the spot. So yeah, with that, the 47 is going to be working his way forward. That is in P3. Again, really suspicious how that last accident occurred, but I guess can't really be looked at right now. We'll have to definitely be done after the race. But yeah, everyone looks like it's starting to get into running order a little bit. Definitely trying to make heads or tails about their position right now. Definitely the biggest gainer has been the 10 of Justin Shackett, making up not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 positions on that. We'll make that 5 right there. So yeah, definitely he's moving his way forward. I'm wondering if there are people that didn't pit and he's just on fresher tires. That's basically how it looks right now, but I could be mistaken. Of course, I don't have that telemetry on board. And apart from that, though, everyone is starting to definitely look forward as the battle for the lead is starting to heat up a little bit. Xander, let's continue this conversation here. The 88 of Cyber is right behind you.
Yeah, he's definitely fast on the short run. I think that me and him are pretty equal on the long run, but he's definitely faster than me on the shorter run, and he just drives it in a little deeper than I do, but I always get the run off. It seems that's been a consistent thing throughout this entire race.
I think that's partially about maybe why his tires burn up so fast. Of course, there is pace by throwing it in a little bit deeper, going in a little bit harder, but that's going to wear out your tires a little bit, and that means lacking grip on corner exit. So with that, you can actually see the distance that is being made both on corner entry from this lovely camera shot. Look at that gain, but then look at the extension coming off the corner. Just leaves him in the dust by about maybe 0.2, tenth or so. But definitely as the run goes on, it's going to get more and more pronounced, especially as we are expecting one more stop on this race, whether it be green or under caution, because we are coming up on what, lap 140?
No, 130.
Oh, okay. I was a little bit on that right there. The 24, the 24 Biazo really got out of sorts. He's behind this line right now, as the 96 is really lagging right now. So thankfully everyone is staying out of the way of that, because that is some bad lag. But yeah, with that though, the 24 sending on in. Oh, really a good move from the 24 right there, but unfortunately was not able to make it stick, as he is now going to be trying to get that position back, roughing up the 96 a little bit, and with that position back to the 24. We're going to see if the 96 is going to repay the favor going into turn 1, and he does. Knocks the 24 back out of the way, so these two are just essentially just slapping themselves right now. And yeah, that was an intentional wreck, and we're going to have to look at that after. So let's see how that's going to work after that. Caught that live. And with that, we are going to be having another yellow. Now we go into the whole strategy of tires over fuel. We are definitely going to be looking at who can make it on fuel, because should we remain caution free, which at this point is probably not going to happen. But yeah, after this, basically, you can make it on fuel now, but can you make it on tires? That's going to be the real question here, ladies and gentlemen. But with that, we're going to have to see how that's going to work, because yeah, that is a lot of tempers being flared now. And with that, looks like the 24 BS is out of this race, so he has called it quits for tonight. But definitely, we will have to see how this race is going to look, because the 96 is still lagging. But yeah, everyone trying to make their way forward yet again. Some maybe taking two is my definitely what I'm seeing right there. The 96 definitely really lagging. My goodness me. Let's see. He looks like that's why he's staying high. Really, no other way to really put him on the backstretch. So unfortunately, that just means that he is at the mercy of everyone behind him. The 18 of Kalen, I think, is on older tires. So yeah, he is basically at the mercy of everyone right now. He's also staying high, and with that, the 61 is trying to. The 61 has probably the best view in the house of everyone, just everyone and their mother being 3 wide right now. That is a great camera shot. Thank you, Keith, for being in this position, because that is 4 wide coming off of turn 4. Well, I'll tell you what right now, that definitely brings into account of where the 47 pulls into this race. Originally, not really being a part of it, the 00 kind of puts the bumper to the 7 a little bit, saying, hey, go faster. The 47 has made his way up into the P3 status, looking to get the win here. Maybe, honestly, that's going to be the big question here. But, like I said, tires and fuel is going to be the big factor going into this race. The 43 making a little bit of contact, overcooking it going into turn 3, bounces off the apron, and because of that, the 10 of Justin Chaka going to try to get 2 for 1 right here on the outside, but unfortunately, nothing can really be done there, because 43 sends it a little bit too deep and kind of bumps him off the track a little bit. Moving forward, P4 shifts hands to the 00, taking it from BD there, and who goes back into P5. But now Nathan is going to be under pressure to try and take that spot. Ooh, and it does right there. The 7 kind of backs it off. We'll have to see if this is maybe a strategy play from the 7, trying to conserve those tires late in this run. We'll have to see. But yeah, definitely. As we go into this race end, people can definitely. Definitely looking at a, I guess, potential upset, honestly. Tires may be the biggest thing. As I was saying in the pre-race, not really a big concern, but I guess as we are looking at the entirety of the front stretch right here, and potentially, maybe, it's going to be dictated by tires. Actually, I love this camera as we see the leaders come on around again. Xander in P1, Cyber P2, Bass P3, Hunty P4, Nathan P5, BD P6, Brand P7, MH, Geo, Liam, and then Shackett. Everyone else, basically, as the cautions are coming out, I am assuming everyone is back on the lead lap right now. Apart from maybe Keith and Rockstar. Am I correct in saying that, Xander? Do you recall?
Rockstar definitely is not on the lead lap. And Keith, I think last time I checked, was only 1.
Gotcha. But everyone else is?
Everyone else should be on the lead lap.
Gotcha. So that kind of brings everyone back into it a little bit. Looks like the 47 is starting to struggle right here. Could you also give me a lap update, please?
Yeah, so it's currently lap 147, so you got about 54 to go. I know me right now, I have 45 laps of fuel left, so I'm going to try and make it to the end on fire. And
now, yeah, so, yeah, I was about to say, please correct me if I'm wrong, but that is going to be the biggest thing in this race right now, correct, is tires.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously we could still have another caution, but me personally, I've been really good in the long run, so right now I don't really care about Cyber. I just care about just getting in the corner nice and easy, because I know he's definitely not saving.
Well, at the same time, that's his decision to make. If he feels like he cannot make it and is going to full on go for it, well, I mean, that is going to be a big thing. Essentially, like I said, that's his decision to make right there. So with that, you can definitely see that Liam actually had another lag spike right there. Well, I mean, he's lag spiking, but impeded another driver. That is another lag warning. So the 96 received his second lag warning. I'm just going to let him know on that. But yeah, I wonder if Bass is actually starting to get that memo as well, because he started backing off a little bit. Same thing with the 19 of Nathan and the 00 Punty. They were all fighting for that position just a few laps ago, and they've kind of backed it on off and has been really ginger going onto the throttle. Same thing with the 7 of BD, 9 of Brandon right here. This is, like I said, a lovely camera shot from the 12 of Baseball, who is down on pit lane right now. Everyone is really spaced on out. Everyone basically running their own race, their own line. Not really a whole lot in front of them nor behind them. Definitely trying to make the most out of a bad situation. And if we recall correctly, Xander, you actually, if we looked at how everything was shaking on out, you could not make it on tires. So definitely, it's going to be a bit of a stretch from you, but really, as it appears to be running right now, looks like Cyber, based on how he's kind of taken the corner, and I'm actually hearing, in terms of his RPM and all that, that he is not saving at all.
Well, I want to add on to the whole the Brandon/Bass situation with saving. Me and Brandon are very similar at a lot of racetracks, especially at short tracks like Richmond or Martinsville. But Brandon actually does something very different than I do here. He dives a lot more into the corner than I do, but Brandon still always finds a way to save on tire. So I'd imagine that he's probably backed it off now, because he was just as fast as us last one.
Well, definitely. It was a very pronounced backing on off, too. He is solidly about a second and a half, maybe even approaching 2 seconds at this point, distance from you guys. And definitely the 00 Hunty, I know, has also started to back it on off, as the 78 of Rockstar officially makes his exit. Very unfortunate from him. The 24 as well making his exit. Of course, the 61 also coming down pit lane. That is interesting of strategy from him. Basically going to say, you know what, screw it, I'm even going to try to save. You're going to just pit right now. But yeah, if you could actually just let me know when it's coming down to 25 to go. That would be fantastic.
I gotcha, sir.
Thank you. So yeah, interesting part of this race now. This is why I love no stage racing, is for moments like these where strategy could be the biggest thing that could make or break a race. With that, whether it be a tire call, I mean, of course, just being able to stretch it to the furthest point, because we saw in that first run that some people had to pit for tires, and some people were at the very outset of their tire limit, and some pit for fuel. Now we have where you can make it on fuel and tires if you save a little bit, and there are those that are definitely saving, like the 19 of Nathan, the 00 Punty, I can also tell, the 47 of Bass for sure is. So it's going to be just a matter of waiting right now to see who is going to be on the superior strategy here. But also knowing how the 8 operates as well. There he is crossing the start-finish line, or going to turn 1 right now, as you guys are starting to cross the start-finish line. He is definitely on that stop as well. So yeah. However, the back half of this top 10, going into just outside the top 10, is still hot and bothered right now. Looks like the 10 is trying to get around the 42. The 42 not giving a whole lot of space, but he does right there. But the 10 gets loose, so that basically just allows the 42 to get back on by. Hotly contested positions right now, while also trying to save. While meanwhile, you have the 96 of Liam in the back has the 18 pits saying, you know what, screw strategy, I'm just going to go for it. So the gauntlet being laid on down, as the 18 for sure cannot save enough, and he's going to just try to go for 4 tires and no fuel, because he can make it the rest of the way. So just 4 tires and just go. 42 and 43 right here, trying to make the pass. The 43 also looks like trying to save. The 10 going to make a little bit of contact, but that also not leaving a whole lot of breathing space. Probably didn't even know that he was there. And with that, the 42 going to try to come on down, and the 10's going to do a lovely diamond on the corner right there, and going to try to get back around the 42, but the 43 is going to be right there. I wonder if he's going to try to make the move. No, he doesn't. And with that, yeah, these positions still are up for debate. Everyone's being loose and in a tizzy right now. Looks like the 7. Where did he go? Did he pit the 7 of BD? No, he didn't. He is just falling a place to the 99 of Brandon. Now that is a top 5 shift right there. One in, one out right there. So with that, I mean, it's interesting to see how these guys are saving and who are not. But like I said, it's just a matter of waiting and see who's going to actually make it. 47 of Bass getting loose. That's going to hurt this tire wear a little bit. The best way to save at Richmond, I feel, is to let off a little bit early, be super ginger going into the corners. If you run brake smoothing on, then it's going to be just a little bit better for you, honestly. Which actually, fun fact, I actually learned is not an assist. If you run brake smoothing, it's just a setting that you can turn on. It doesn't impact your anything at all. It's just something that you can just turn on and run. So interesting factoid from them. But yeah, if you run brake smoothing, essentially you're just going to be in the best position possible, because you are going to be on a on really easy tire saving capabilities. Just lifting early and just kind of smoothly brake into it and then get back onto the throttle. And as long as you're smooth getting onto the throttle, hey, that's pretty good. Position change for the lead right there. 88 Cyber is going to go on around. The 96 of Liam is in 3 and 4. It looks like he kind of ghosted as the 47 of Bass kind of aimed for him right there. But yeah, that is unfortunate. No caution for Bass. But yeah, as we go on around right here, I don't know quite what happened to the 96. I know he was battling with that pack right there, as I'm kind of shifting through the field to kind of see how that pack is doing that he just exited from. But not really seeing it right now. Oh, there's a 42. Looks like that entire pack must have broken up at some point. So whether it be because of tires or not. But yeah, there's the 8 of T-Bird, who is on that tire save strategy. However, by going a lap down, I don't know if that's if he's doing too much. You know what I mean?
I actually might have a wrench to throw in with T-Bird. I think he might have been caught up with the Liam whole incident, so he looked like he just lost a lot of time while that was happening. I'm not sure.
Well, again, I didn't see what happened with 96 of Liam. I just saw that he was kind of parked in the middle of 3 and 4. So definitely, I'm sure there's going to be some exchanges after the race here between drivers. Of course, it is a short track. People have to understand that contact will happen. I'm sure it wasn't intentional based on what I was seeing. But 43 of Gio is making his pit stop right now. And what lap? How many laps to go?
Actually, 25, so I was just about to say something to you.
Hey, perfect.
Perfect timing.
So it looks like these guys are basically throwing the gauntlet down. They're basically splitting this final run in half. Geo is down and away. The 99 of Brandon is also on pit road. The 42 of MH is also down on pit road. Interesting strategy all the way around on how people are deciding on this final run. Some are deciding, you know what, screw it, I'm going to go for it. Some are not. I personally think if you can make it on tires, there's no way they can catch a lap and a half, or 2 laps on you, is what I'm trying to say. So, as long as you can make it, that's a guaranteed way to get a good finish. 47 of Bass is down on pit lane, too. Justin Shackett going on down pit lane. 47 of Bass saying, screw it, I'm not going to win this way, so he's going to go on down pit lane. 19 of Nathan going to still be on out on track. The 7 is still out on track. The 47 is going to be coming around on fresh tires. Basically, a lot of these guys, the 99 exiting right there, taking 4. A lot of these guys are actually on the 4-tire stop strategy. There is the 10 coming on down. Interesting. Now, the big thing here is if a caution comes out right now, basically, those that just pit, you're in the hot zone right now. If a caution comes out, you are screwed. Because a lot of these guys are going 2 down. Most you can take by the wave round is go 1 down. So you're still an extra lap down. You're out of this race. Meanwhile, you have the 2 leaders. You have T-Bird, who's currently the lucky dog. So T-Bird, if there's anyone that's gonna benefit, it's gonna be the lap leaders and T-Bird right now. Everyone else, like 19 of Nathan, didn't like what I saw right there. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, the 8 of T-Bird and the rest of the lap runners right now, which it is actually ended by the 7 of BD, who is in P4 right now, as he is just trying to make his way around. I'm actually very surprised by the 47 deciding to come on down pit lane. And a 00 Punty, I guess, so that would have been for P5. But you can see that the difference in tires versus those that are still on out is massive. The 42 trying to make his way right there. The 19 just, it's saying, you're on fresh rubber, bud. Just go ahead and take it. Oh, someone just sighed right there. I'm seeing if there's an incident on track.
It was Cyber.
Oh, wow.
Cyber hit the wall.
Oh, and that gave the lead back to you. That's what happened. Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, Xander, if you're comfortable, could you give us a tire update?
Yeah, I'm at 28-21, so I'm close, and I'm trying to... I don't know if Cyber can make it at all. So there's about 15 laps to go. I should be able to go the end of the distance with the way I'm pacing now, but the way I'm pacing is slower to Cyber, so I'm in a dangerous zone right now.
Well, that is if these guys, I mean, well, it's going to be a big question mark on who can make it, if you can make it. I guess that is the question now. The 00 Punty, I mean, I guess could be the big wild card out of all of this, because Hunty has been really flying under the radar this race. Has not really been really involved with anything. Of course, he's kind of moved the people out of the way, but it's a short track, and it was when he was on fresh tires anyway. But right now, the 7 of BD saying screw it, I'm going on down pit lane right now. But yeah, the 00 Punty is definitely starting to make some waves right now as he is in P3. But the 10 of Shackett, is around. Is this going to be a caution? Oh my goodness, that was not a yellow. I don't know what happened in order to bring that out, but yeah, definitely not what you want to see. It looks like the 18 of Kalen, I could be mistaken, is waiting for someone. Maybe? Oh, the way he was slowing down like that, that was big. Oh, that could have been race over for a lot of people. But the caution did not come out. I don't know what happened, if people just got loose or what. But with that, I mean, the 0-0 definitely saying, oh, just please let me go by here, and just thankfully he was not involved with that. Looks like the 10 of Justin Shack got spun again. What happened there?
Geo wrecked him.
Intentionally?
They were both hitting each other down the front straightaway, and
Oh,
Justin
boy.
Shack had spun out right in front of me and Cyber.
Oh boy. And with that, as we hit 10 to go here, we'll have to see, definitely if, the bed has been made right here. Those that, basically, everyone that has not pit yet is up to P4. So, like, everyone from P5 on back is not, if everyone can make it, not eligible for this win. The 88 saying, screw it, coming on down pit lane. He cannot make it. Now, I'm sure he's just going to take rights, and that's it. The 0-0, what's he doing? He's coming down pit lane right now, too. Where's the 19 at? We have to see where the 19 is. He's still out on track. He's going to try to make it. Still running right now. It's going to be very close. I will say that. Now, Xander, if you could help us here, where are you at on track right now?
I'm in turn 1.
Oh, he's coming off turn 2. So that's basically an entire lap distance between you and him. We'll have to see how this is going to shake on out here, because the laps are ticking on down. Basically, the entire front 2 are the only ones still out on track without pitting. Everyone else has. I honestly don't know who's in P3 right now. It's probably going to be someone who pit and took 4.
It's T-Bird.
T-Bird, yes, that's right. He was a lap down. He has not pit as well. Who's in P4?
Bassbook.
And he's not even in the shot right there. So basically, T-Bird also going to try to make it. Basically, what T-Bird's doing is he's banking on you and Nathan not making it. I think he's starting to turn up the wick a little bit. He's starting to go. I think he can make it from here on out. It's going to be coming close. What when you cross the finish line, what lap are we on? I know you're busy.
3 to go at the line.
Okay. It's going to be incredibly close here. So I'll let you be. You do you. But 3 to go here, ladies and gentlemen. As long as you hit 1 to go, it is home free. So with that, the 19
This
of
is so close.
2 to go this time. There goes the 0-0. The 1 is taking 2 to go. 19 of Nathan is going to be pretty safe right now. Right, basically what the 19 is betting on is Xander not being able to make it. Let's go on board with him so we can know when the white flag is being dropped, because that is race official. No matter what happens, whether it be checkers or a caution coming on out, that is the race over. And with that, the white flag is out. It is the money lap right now. You must be so close on blowing a tire, because you are...
1.
Oh, because going into the middle of the backstretch.
0. I haven't blown a tire yet. And I'm winning.
And there we go. Going to the white flag on a blown tire. You blew it at the line.
Woo.
That is the 1 of Xander finally getting that win for the season. And with that, the 19 of Nathan coming on around to take P2 out of everything right there. And the 8 will take P3.
Whew.
Oh, Yeah, good race there. So yeah, nail biter actually. Blowing a tire at the line. That's why he did the 360 right there. Cyber with the fastest lap with a 20.809. That is actually 2/100ths faster than second place Bassbuck with 2.826. So yeah, let's get these guys up in here for interviews. Um, with that, it is you, Xander. P2 belongs to Nathan, and then T-Bird.
Yes, that
All
is
right,
exactly it.
all right. Let's get these guys up in here. All right, so there is Nathan. You're already here, so that's easy. And then T-Bird. I have to go all the way down to the T's, and bam. All right, but as we go through the rest of the running order, we of course we have the podium, which I already mentioned. Bassbuck P4, Cyber P5, Hunty P6, Brandon P7, BD P8, Liam P9, MH P10, Geo P11, Kalen P12, Justin Shackett P13, Keith P14, BS Rockstar, and Baseball P15, 16, and 17. With that, you have a very interesting set of circumstances right there. Definitely interesting how this race kind of turned on out. It was it was pretty clean and green for the first half, but the second half was a bit of a wreck fest. But it's basically what I expected, honestly. So with that, let's go into our podium, starting with our P3. Well, first of all, everyone, congrats. You guys made the strategy work. You three were the only ones that didn't need to stop an additional time. And I'm going to be asking you guys essentially the same question each and every time we get there. That being, what was your final percentage before going across the line? So we'll start with T-Bird here. Now, unfortunately, T-Bird, you did not finish on the lead lap. You were one lap down right there. But still, you were able to get it done. There you are. And another podium to add to your name.
Yeah. To be honest, I honestly I only made made it a saving thing for me. Like I was going to be one of those guys that was going to run it hard until I found myself on that last restart in P12, and it's like, all right, if I want to get back up to P3 where I was most of this race, because first half of this race it was sort of Xander and Cyber were faster than me, and I was faster than the rest of the field. So I was like, all right, guess I'll chill here for most of the race. And then cautions happened, and I ended up finding myself in the back, and at that point it was just switched up strategy, went for the went to save quite hard. Probably didn't need to save as hard as I did, but well, at the same time my tires probably needed it because I was still on a looser setup than what is good for saving, especially tires. But we made it work. We did end up a lap down, but we were going to make the full 200 anyways. We'll take P3. That worked out just as good as I would hope. Congrats to the other two for also making it work. And yeah, good race.
Well, you said on Twitter, and now, of course, you don't quite know the Mayo calling you slow. Of course, on Twitter saying looking for one of those DKK boys in order to get the podium, and definitely you were the one to get it. Unfortunately, your teammate Justin Shackett did not have as good of luck finishing P13, but definitely looking strong though. You guys have been definitely kicking some butt here lately. Of course, both of you guys making the power rankings and for a respective series. Shackett making it on the Sunday side of things, as well as you on the Saturday side. Does this translate next week to Phoenix, which is another tire save track, essentially?
Yes and no. I know we have Richmond is different from Phoenix in terms of how you save, because Richmond is really easy to save just about everything if you want. Literally from just getting rid of that brake pedal. Phoenix is much more difficult to do that because you're not using the brake pedal to begin with for mostly. I don't know. I don't personally, but It's much more of can you control a loose car and can you keep your right rear from wearing like very excessively compared to here where it's more of, especially in that last run, it was more getting that little extra bit of fuel where, because we restarted with like 67 to go and it technically says like 55. If you go like all out, it's like 60 laps. So definitely had to. I definitely had to conserve a bit on that last run. But Phoenix is a whole different thing. But I'm also fast there, so we'll see.
All right, and well, there you go. Phoenix is definitely going to be a big strategy change there. Of course, we had tires blow on the last lap there back in season 0, so we're going to see if that comes on out. But tires didn't blow this time around, so only tempers did. With that, though, T-Bird, nice job there.
Thank you.
All right, and now we move into Nathan.
Surprise of the night.
I guess, yeah. I mean, you've been on a hot streak of podiums lately, ranging all the way from Sunday lights. Basically, this entire calendar week, from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and
I didn't think about that.
going all the way to P. Well, again, a P3, third, 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 and third. Or
I
second
guess
this
second.
time. And second this time. Yeah, sorry. So, P1 eventually?
Hopefully. I was honestly hoping it was going to be tonight. I didn't think Xander had enough left after Battle in Cyber.
Oh, actually, looking at it, those two essentially were. It seemed that Cyber was the one that was on the slightly below tire life because Xander actually blew his at the line. Like as soon as he basically entered 4, that's basically when it started blowing, and that's why he did a quick 360s like that. But yeah, though,
You're saying if I
another.
had one more lap.
Did you think now? Kind of, let's put that on his head. Did you do you think that maybe you saved too much?
No, no. I'm still sweating from that whole last run because I knew I could make it on fuel because Richmond, for whatever reason, you just naturally save fuel just by running normal because you eventually just start letting out the gas and easing into it more and more as the run goes on. I think a fuel run's 55, and I think you can get about 65 to 67 laps out of a fuel run, just natural saving. There's that right rear tire I was worried about, and it was getting close. I could have gotten one more lap out of it because I crossed the line with 4%, and I was averaging about 2% a lap. So it got hairy, but
Well, with that, you definitely had a big thing that I mean potentially could have gone awry, and well, I guess gone awry for Xander, which is that tire blowing 1 lap sooner, and then you take the victory.
yeah.
But that
And
was
it would have been so bittersweet to take that 100 win for GMI from Xander.
That actually would have been 99, sir.
it would yeah they actually did a recount.
Oh,
Actually, they're at 98 wins.
so you're
Now
saying
99.
there's still a chance?
There's still a chance, sir. Still a
Yeah,
chance.
so now they're back to 99. So
Okay.
yeah, so 100 is coming up in the future. But yeah, no, Nathan, of course, the Cup Series hasn't quite been your strong suit this season. You're all the way back in P15 in points, but actually critically, a lot of people didn't show up in front of you, meaning like Mayo, UK didn't show up, Jordan Jalja didn't show up, Mega didn't show up. So you're just going to naturally gain places by showing up. So with that, congrats, and to have a P2 to boot with that, that's something special.
Yeah, it wasn't what I honestly expected, but yeah, when I saw how many laps were left in that last run, I was kind of like, I think I can do it. Once you start it, you got to commit to the strategy. Uh, the only downside is if another caution to come out, which I am surprised because there was like 4 wrecks in that last run, and
And none of it brought out yellow. I
none of it.
was I was very surprised by that too.
Yeah, everyone in because I was in the Von Poon chat with Geo and those guys, and they're like, "Oh, no one can make it," and I'm just going, "Yeah, I'm 6 laps short, 5 laps. They're like, I don't know what you're doing, man. I don't know. And then I was like, all right, guys, I'm good on fuel. Please do not pull out a caution.
Well, I'll tell you what. There definitely was an attempt. I will say that. We will. Um, it was like one of those things, but yeah, definitely excellent strategy. At a race that you didn't particularly think that you'd do well. But yeah,
Yep.
P2
Congrats,
and
Xander.
GMI having a 1-2 right there. And
Woo.
actually, the winner of that actually going to the one of Xander here. Of course, you were winless going into this race, and well, it is. It's true. You were winless in this series going into this race, and you were looking to essentially kickstart your season. And well, I mean, this race just seemed to have went your way. Your points competitors, literally from first and third, did not show up. So you have T-Bird that did show up, and he finished P3, so you gained points on him, and he was already 35 points back. So it just seems to be your night.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, a win's nice. I like Richmond a lot. I think Richmond's a better racetrack for me. It used to be probably one of my better racetracks. I'd say probably my best racetrack a couple of games ago, but Richmond's such a tough track because you battle with a little bit tire saving and a little bit of you battle with your line. So it's totally a driver's track. No matter who hates it, who likes it, it's tough to race at, and you see how tough it is just by how the racing was. I know there was a couple of cautions in there, but yeah, it's differing lines is a big thing here as well. So Cyber dove it in a little bit more than I would, but I would get him on the exit. So it's just kind of how that goes and how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, with that, you actually had sometimes, yeah, that is how the cookie crumbles. Actually, as you said right there. Now I know that I know basically your tire wear, but I mean, and you said a couple times that sometimes you actually like thought you couldn't make it. Did what was that lap did where you for sure is just like, okay, now I can do it. I know technically that didn't go away because you blew the tire coming out of turn four. But I mean, definitely, if you would have went harder just a little bit sooner, you would have blew that tire.
Yeah, and such a thin line. I've had this happen twice to me actually. So this is the second time. The first time was with Cyber too, so I barely beat him at the line in an Xfinity race at FRL. But yeah, well the car was fast thanks to Monster, GMI, Gear Wrench, 711. It was as fast as Xfinity Internet. But the car, other than it being fast, at the end there with the tires, I thought to myself, Cyber, the way he drives the track, there's no way, even if he tried to save, he'd make it. So I decided to start saving, and with him behind me, it definitely did not help. But as soon as he pitted with about 9 or 8 to go, that's when I said to myself, I won the race because I could just, I mean, as I did, I just ran 30% throttle around the entire track the rest of the 7 laps. So without that happening, I think I would have probably blew a tire with probably on the last lap or maybe even 2 laps to go. So Cyber was definitely trying to push me as hard as he could and trying for me to blow a tire so he could, come in and pit and take his 2 tires and do whatever he did when he came in. So, but great racing with him. I apologize if I made any contact with him to start off the race. It was great racing with him, and I'm happy that he got the cautions to get back up there and make it more of a fighting chance other than just a kind of getting screwed off of racing. So, yeah, thanks to all my GMI teammates tonight. Other than Liam. Liam, you blocked me like 5 times and you're lagging. I hate you. In all seriousness, though, thank you to all the GMI guys. Love you all. I know Gio was on a controller tonight, so he battled through perseverance. Nathan obviously got the P2. Love you. Good job, Nathan. I'm proud of you. Brandon with a P4 somehow got P4. That was not the start of the race for him, but he clawed his way back. And Liam again with top 10, and obviously Gio not doing what he did, but whatever. That's him. He'll deal with that later.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to see on that. But yeah, any closing thoughts for anyone on the podium before we close on and off for the night?
I agree with Xander that Liam needs to invest in some better internet.
Well, we've been telling him that for years, so there you go. Um,
What
and
it is Liam is just actually faster than his internet that his upload speeds can't keep.
um, but yeah, with that, I'm actually gonna close that out by looking at the daily. Like I said, Cyber actually had the fastest lap. I did catch that, and honestly, like I said, the first 100 or so laps was great racing. But that short track tempers started to flare. I'm not quite sure what caused those tempers. That is another question. But yeah, with that, we're going to close on out for the night. And with that, hopefully we have a good race tomorrow on Sundays. With that, caution-free series should be a good one there. 125 laps are going to be on docket there, so it's definitely going to be fun. With that, we're going to close out now for the night. Congrats to Xander for getting GMI win number 99 and the first of his Cup season here. Nathan, biggest surprise being on the podium here. No offense to you. I know that was probably worded
Like,
very
I called it
poorly.
before you said it.
Yeah. With that, T-Bird, also, you have another a podium to add to your name. Still looking for your first Cup win, though. And it will come eventually. So um, just got to keep on it. And with that, we are moving to Richmond again for the Xfinity Series. And next week at Phoenix will be for Lights. So with that, we're going to close on out. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.